So this foam rolling video and myofascial release program with balls and rollers is for anybody. You don't have to be an athlete or a surfer. If you've got a human body, you should probably be doing this at least twice a week just to reset the nervous system and the neuromuscular system so everything's gliding and moving smoothly and communicating a little bit better. We can be really tensed up, especially through these quarantine times. You know, even if you're working at a computer or just tense and on driving, or if you're on your cell phone all day, you know, these things, or if you're paddling a lot, if you're surfing, or if you're construction working overhead, these things will really help. So have fun and check it out. So we're gonna roll out the T-spine. I like to do this one mostly with these balls right here, but they can be done with the roller or the balls. I'll show you both versions. So when you're rolling out the T-spine and mid-back, we're not gonna start down here at the low back. You're gonna put your hand on your sacrum and you're gonna start just above your hand there. Arms come across nice and slow, coming down. Got a couple pops and releases, lifting the hips up off the floor, going one direction. You can feel the tension under the shoulder blades. Then I'm going to roll back to just below the shoulder blades. I'm going to put my butt on the floor, bring the ribs down, pulling that belly button in, trying to keep those ribs down. I'm going to arch back over the roller to open up that T-spine. This is really good for people who are driving all day or at computers. We're trying to open this up and get those T-spine vertebrae to move a little bit more. Next, we gotta roll out the lat, okay? So the way I like to start the lat is sit on the roller onto one side, onto one butt cheek, rotated slightly towards the side of the lat that I'm gonna roll. It hits my low back into the lat and I come down. As I come down to the floor, I can feel it hitting that mid lat. I'm gonna roll onto my side a little bit more. Thumb comes up. You can feel it release all the way down into the thumb. Just laying on it, keeping that pressure there. Coming up all the way into the armpit. And you roll back and forth on it.
Here's a diagram of your scapula so you have an idea of the places we're trying to target here. The infraspinatus, teres minor, and teres major coming off the head of the humerus and attaching to the scapula. We'll get in there and roll and release it so the scapula glides nice and easy.
You know, lucky enough, Hawaii, all you people out there have been able to surf during this quarantine time, so there's a lot of surfing been going down, so time to take care of your shoulders. So first we're going to hit the infraspinatus, teres minor, teres major, and the rear deltoid.
Here's a diagram of your scapula so you have an idea of the places we're trying to target here. The infraspinatus, teres minor, and teres major coming off the head of the humerus and attaching to the scapula. We'll get in there and roll and release it so the scapula glides nice and easy.
So you're gonna lay down on the floor, put the ball right up under here, just kind of right below the top of the lat on the outside of the scapula. And just roll on that thing. It's tender in there, bro. Just breathe, nice and easy. You can even roll the arm back and forth. Right there. These are all your paddling muscles that everybody really overworks a lot. Surfing's a lot more paddling than surfing, right? You can bring it up a little bit higher into the rear deltoid. You guys feel that after a long day of paddling, shoulders are burnt out. You want to hit back in here, roll into it, and go back and forth. Roll the arm back and forth sideways. Get right in there. There it is, right there. Next one, we're going to take it along the edge of the scapula, so and the trap. So let's start up at the trap here and just lean into that thing, rolling it back and forth, getting it to release.
And for this portion, we're going to be rolling the inside of the scapula closest to the spine, starting at the top and rolling down that edge of the scapula to release all those connective tissues and get the scapula to glide better.
I'm going to slowly roll it down towards the scapula, right on the edge of the scapula. Yeah, that wing, you're going to take it right along the edge of the wing that you got. Find the tender spot and do a couple angels. Roll a little further along, all the way down that scapula. Take it nice and easy. You can do this up on a wall as well, but on the wall, if you release the pressure, the ball falls away and rolls around. If you want to keep surfing, whether young or old, you got to do this work. And even if you work at a desk, this is super important for you to do. Get those that tissue to open up and elongate, because shoulders are not like tires. You can't change them when they get worn out. A lot of people are here all day long, and that's not where our shoulders are meant to be. They're wearing their shoulders. Our shoulders are meant to be back and down in the sockets and sitting here properly. But modern comforts, phones, cars, computers, hanging out, just relaxing. This feels good, but that's not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be here. So once you get in there, kind of get the tissue to relax and open up a little bit, you can take it into a pec minor stretch. Get a lacrosse ball, put it right underneath the collarbone, rolling out towards the shoulder, back and forth. Just opening up this tissue. This can be really helpful if you've been doing a lot of surfing, or if you drive for employment. This can really help if you're sitting at a desk all day or looking at your phone too long with your shoulders caved in.